Alright guys, so this is going to be a quick tutorial about my contour routine. I'm going to start with Neutrogena foundation and apply it all over my face. My brush is actually broken right now, so unfortunately I have to use my fingers for this. I am hoping to replace those brushes sometime this month, but until then, this is what I'm going to have to deal with. I usually apply a little bit more than one layer under my eyes because I have bags sometimes and I don't have a skin corrector or anything expensive like that, so I just make do with what I have, and foundation actually covers most of the dark circles that form, and after everything else is applied, it's usually all good as well. Applying the foundation on the top of my lids also brightens up that section. It's kind of my whole eye area that usually ends up being darker than the rest of my skin tone. Now I used to only do this and then I would use blushes and such to do my contouring, but now I have this cream kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills and it's been pretty great. I use elf brushes for the most part, just because they're cheap and easy, and actually they're the only brushes I've owned that have not fallen apart. To start with my contouring, I use the Fair Skin Cream, and I apply it from the center of my nose, the center of my forehead, where the bridge of my nose is. I also add it on the bottom of my eyes and along the top of my cheekbone, as well as a little bit on my chin. This step is usually the step that gets rid of the dark circles under my eyes and pretty much covers up the one insecurity about my skin that I have, which is the dark circles under my eyes. It took me a little bit to figure out what exactly I wanted my contouring routine to be. When I first got this kit, I hadn't really experienced contouring other than my quick routine from the past, so this kit was a new introduction to how to, I guess, enhance my bone structure. I placed a little bit of this fair skin tone under uh, the shadows of my mouth, and this helps brighten up that section under certain lighting angles that kind of add more of a shadow there than necessary. For my cheekbones, I kind of take the center of the side of my face and pull the contour cream out. This kind of varies from day to day. I do it a little differently sometimes, but I feel like this location is where it fits best on my face and where I like the results the best. When I take the shadow cream and apply it on the sides of my nose, then I also go back in with the slightly darker shade, the the minx the mink shade, and it kind of helps contour my nose even further. I really like an emphasized nose contour. I don't know why. It's fun. It's for some reason my favorite part of the contouring. I do very little under my chin. Usually I don't even do this, but for those of you who do want to contour your jawline, it's actually pretty easy. You just make a line of where you'd like to create that illusion of where your jawline ends and continues, and you carry that out and blend it across the I guess the lowlights that appear to help make those dissipate and create the illusion of having a slightly shorter jawline. I also add the shadow cream a little bit on the side of my brow bones just because I have pretty emphasized brow bones. I don't always do this every day either, but sometimes it helps for certain makeups. When I take my fluffy brush, and this is just a cheap elf brush that I plan on replacing since it's not the most comfy brush to be, um, I guess, rubbing against my face, but you just blend out all of the cream. I usually start with the lighter colors and use circular motions, or I move in motions according to my bone structure. This contour kit also does a great job of matching my skin tone. I know I watched tutorials before, and when I first bought it, that said, oh, it's a little too dark, but I think they just need to use more of the fair toned creams because I absolutely love this contour kit. Make sure to blend under your jawline very well because otherwise you could end up having stray lines that didn't get blended properly, and that just doesn't look good. Blending in the cheekbones, I try to stay in a particular area and just blend it out in that section. I try not to bring it too far up, as that makes it look like I have smaller cheekbones than I actually do. Next, we're gonna bring out that highlighter, and I absolutely adore highlighters. They are so much fun, and I probably am one of those people that go overboard with it sometimes. I usually apply a straight line on my nose and a little dot on the tip of it, a tad on my forehead as well. I apply the highlighter just above where the blended dark contour cream is on both sides, and I don't really have a blending brush for this as I don't like using the same one as I do for the other creams, so I am stuck using my finger for this as well right now. I also apply a little bit at the top of my lips and a tad on my chin. Blending this out with my finger, it hasn't really seemed to make a huge difference. It's worked out okay. It's allowed me to be a little bit more precise as to like how much I want the highlighter blended and such. I really want to get one of those egg sponges or something. Those seem really awesome. After the highlighter's applied and blended, I usually end up using a transparent foundation powder. This powder is also, actually no, it's L'Oreal. Um, I got this forever ago and used to use it for special effects since it was transparent, but it ended up being a great sealer for the cream contour. So I did a really quick job here, but usually I don't use these motions. It's usually a pat on to help it really stay. And I apply this all over my face as well. And there you have it. There's my contour routine. See you guys.